So what we're actually going to do is cut the substrate out, and then we are going to put another piece down, and then we'll thin set the tiles to that. When you do this, you always want to have seam tape between the substrates. So I'm actually going to create a margin that I'm going to cut along so I can put tape on both sides, and you'll see that when we put the board in. So I'm going to come around here. And just create this margin so we can put seam tape down between the new board and the old board. And the reason why we want that seam tape is for crack suppression, because wherever you have two boards meeting, you have the potential for cracking. And that seam tape mitigates that motion and prevents the cracking from occurring. And I'm just going to cut right along these lines with an angle grinder, and to prevent too much dust from getting in the customer's house, I am going to have a shop vac right next to the angle grinder. So I have it set up in such a way like that, and I will keep the vacuum right next to that. And whenever we do something with an angle grinder, even though we know the direction of the debris and how it's flowing, it's always good to wear safety goggles, a respirator or a mask, and earplugs, because this is pretty noisy. Well, I'm putting these screws down roughly every 6 inches. They recommend to make sure that they're flush with the surface. So this is the seam tape that we put in between the two substrates, and we will put that down with thinset, and this is used as a form of crack prevention on seams where you get expansion and contraction. And you always want a slight bit of a gap between the two substrates so that it has room to expand and contract.